Hey YouTube, Electric Adventures here with a new arcade cabinet in the arcade. This is actually from my friend Aaron, and he gifted it to me, which is very generous. It's a very solid Australian made Leisure and Allied lowboy cabinet. These were quite popular in Australia, and as I said, it is quite big. We are getting a little bit of reflection from the fluorescent lights up there. I may change the orientation at some stage. There's no artwork on the sides, but it's the straight blue. It's really neat and tidy. It has its coin mechanism and everything like that, and I'll show you a bit inside. Just currently at the moment I have running in there my 17-in-1 horizontal. I don't actually have a lot of working horizontal boards at the moment, so I just put this in to test it. And I was thinking about putting my Neo Geo 1 slot in here, and I still may do that, but just also for testing I grabbed a, let's go over to here. So this is the marquee that was in it. I need to give that back to Aaron because he wants to go with his Street Fighter board. I've just put this daggy latest game one in there for the time being. I'll get a better marquee later. Now I got this Game Elf. It's a horizontal Game Elf. Game list. So it has quite a large number of games, all horizontal of course, 752. I'm sure some of them will be rubbish, and you can actually edit the game list and reduce the number of titles down. But at only at about $100, it's a good practical cheap option to do for the time being until I make up my mind what I want in this cabinet. And then I can always put this back in. If I decide to put the Neo Geo 1 slot in here, I can always put this in the cabinet where the Neo Geo is. I'm still in two minds about whether I keep the custom built cabinet over there that has the Neo Geo in it. I mean, it works. I may rejig some of the controls. Sorry, you're not getting motion sickness all the time. Put the camera down. So it's a nice little unit. You can pick these up just about anywhere. There's a vertical version, which I also have, and a horizontal version. Vertical version actually has some quite interesting games in it. I've never had the horizontal one before, so it can be separately powered and go in like a standby mode. It's got its own volume control and a VGA out. But it could just be hooked up to a jammer harness, and in default mode it'll be CGA out. So what I might do is we'll plug that in and switch over the boards. So just to show you the inside of this cabinet. Now the cat wants to have a look too. Right. So they're very neatly laid out. It actually has a proper PCB holder over there. Not that, as I said, I've just got that 17-in-1 there, so it doesn't fit on the PCB holder. It's got a proper cash box, electronic coin counter, two coin mechs. The monitor controls are broken out here. You possibly, oh, there we go. And the chassis is mounted well. Now the monitor does take a little while to warm up, and this is pretty much it cranked up to the highest. It's okay, so we'll have to see how we go with that. I don't think it looks too bad. Obviously a little washed out at the moment because we're getting heaps of reflection from the fluorescent up there. So I'll switch this board over and get it adjusted, and we'll come back and we'll see what it's like, and I might turn the lights off so we get rid of that reflection. Right, so here's the board running. I can't get into test mode, so I'll just have a bit of a look now. Fighting games aren't really my cup of tea, so Captain Commando might be alright. So I've put some credits in. The credit thing inside the machine's a little dodgy, so I just put a new micro switch in it. Do it do that? Okay, doesn't always get the button press. The display from this board's a little stretched this way. I've squished it in as much as I can adjust. But this is, you know, a reasonably decent picture, and the buttons all seem to be working really well. I have played this game once before, so hopefully it's not too embarrassing. I still think we're a bit close to the edges, as you can see. Adjust them a little bit. But the image is reasonably sharp. Oops. See, it works quite well. Don't know about my gameplay. Captain Commander is not a bad game. We might just pause on that. So you hold the button down for 3 seconds, and you can then go out here. You've got to use the player 1 start button for that. Okay. So there's quite a lot of games on here. Actually, I am quite looking forward to playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm not sure about X-Men, but there's Aliens versus Predator on here as well. Quite a few different games that would be good fun. There we go, Aliens versus Predator. Be good to give it a go. Final Fight. Now, of course, me being me, we have to check out a shoot 'em up. So that's the first one that I see. There's even Toki there as well, I notice. Just got to time the pressing of the button right. So it puts the credit in. I played the PC Engine version of this. Left and right of this. Controls are reasonably we're going to try and get that horizontal adjustment. Not bad in the game this one. Get used to it. Right, so I might turn it down a little bit because that's probably a little overwhelming. Alright, and I'll just play around with the adjustments and I'll be back in a sec. Right, so back again. I can't seem to adjust that horizontal width. I'll have to get in the back of the cabinet and see if there's any more things on the back of the board, of the driver board. But let's try out some other things. I'm definitely interested in having out Toki at some stage. There are a lot of games on here. Even a Batman game. Give you a little preview? Oh, it does. Oh yeah, so that's not bad. It gives you a preview down here. And even Shadow Dancer, so the Shinobi games, Ikari 3, Metal Slug. I mean, it has most of the games that are on the Neo Geo, but obviously it'd be better to play them on the Neo Geo. Rolling Thunder 2, which is quite good. Aliens. Looks pretty good. Thunder Fox. Okay. Aero Forest Blazing Star, once again on the Neo Geo. Oops, time. And when the time limit runs out, it automatically goes into a game. I will work out how to get into the test menu eventually. There may be this harness isn't quite wired up how it expects. Super Real Darwin. Well, that's interesting. That's a shoot 'em up game. I didn't realise that was a horizontal. So in this game you have to evolve catch the E's and evolve your spaceship. And getting hit, you de-evolve. Or die completely. And you can bomb ground targets as well. So it doesn't seem too bad control wise for shoot 'em ups. The good thing about these sort of boards, you can give you a chance to try out a few games you mightn't have tried before. Oops, not too good, eh? Let's go back to our main menu. It's got us where we were. Ghost Pilots. Area 88, that's another good one. And you've got Gradius 2. Now interesting, it has the original prehistoric Isle, which I actually really like. I have a board for this, but it's, and I said I'd happily put it in here, but it's not working properly at the moment. It's just having some issues. Vulcan Venture is a Gradius offshoot. You've got Paradis Dar. Androgynous, which is a Neo Geo game. Once again, more Neo Geo games there. Terra Cresta, that's actually quite good to have that. Cabal. Now, this is why I thought I'd give these boards a go, because it has a type on it. And I'm quite a big fan of R-Type. I'll just turn the brightness down a touch too. It would be nice if I could figure out the adjustment and fix these side issues, but a little bit of sound distortion there. There's no way known I'm going to be able to afford a real R-Type board for quite some time, unless I get very lucky. So it sounds a little distorted. You still do have the sound up a bit too high. Yes, that just the edge distortion is very distracting. Nice one. that out and swap things around. I mean, maybe this one's better in the outer cabinet. Still, and I'll still put the Neo Geo in here like I'm planning. Okay, here's the big boss. You have to do at least one big boss. Blast to the face does him. Yeah, the sound is a little grating, but the graphics are good and it seems to be playing at a reasonable rate. So I'll leave that because obviously I can play that game for a little while. Oh, you've got to hold the button down a sec. Okay, oh, it's even got Insector X there. Oh, Hellfire. Nice. I don't think I've played the arcade version of that one. Viper. Terror Force. Oh, yep, I know that one. Shadow Warriors. Zero Wing. Rabo Lepus. So, yeah, there's quite a few. And Shinobi. I actually have a Shinobi board that works. That was actually what was in my... I've got my Bosconian cabinet. Strider. You've got Cyberlip. Additional Ghouls and Ghosts. So there's lots and lots of games. It's going to take ages to go through them. But what I might do... there's even Moon Patrol and quite a few games like that. I looked at the game list before. And... so we can satisfy Alex at Arcade Archive with this month's challenge. Somewhere here it should have ghosts and goblins. Now that I'm filming myself, I will probably have an absolute rubbish game, but we'll see what it's like and we'll see what the sound's like. Because the only other thing I've got to play this is my 17-in-1, and the sound's a bit harsh on that one as well. But this is definitely brighter. I do not expect miracles with this gameplay. Oops. You get a few points, but oh, we don't want that either. Well, the sound seems better than... Whoops. Oh. You have to be very careful with joysticks that go 8 ways with this game. Almost missed time there. I do not want that. Yeah. Not sure which ones of these you can shoot and get things out of. Oops! Oh. That's going to knock me back. Once again, I'm trying to point grab, and I'm making progress in the game race. I do apologise. But I think this actually plays quite well. I think this is better than the 17-in-1. Okay, I promise I'll behave myself this time. Ow! Great. Any frog things? Let's not count that one. Now there is one. Yeah, I won't put the high score in. I believe it keeps the top score, just not the initials like other systems. So it's not a bad board, I just need to solve this left and right size issue. Now another thing, no, I actually have a chop lifter. Oh, what happened there? I actually have chop lifter, but I also have Bosconian and it's not working at the moment, so we can use that to have a go at Bosconian and see what it's like, because I've played that extensively and that's a good one to compare. And Bosconian has a very special place in my memory, which is why I have a dedicated cabinet. When I get the board working again, it's having a main CPU fault. Its boot CPU works. Okay. Let's see what the voice is like. Sounds a little tinny.
Locked off.
Not too bad. So Bosconian, on my 18th birthday, I convinced my father to hire one of the arcade caps from one of the providers, and it was none other than Bosconian. And we played it all night. So you can destroy these things by shooting out all the individual things, which does get you slightly more points. And lined up is sometimes. I don't seem to be getting attacked very much. So I would question the difficulty settings on this.
Locked off.
So
Locked off.
it's not too bad. It doesn't quite feel the same as my original board.
I like.
So we'll get out of there. So very happy to have this new cap. Obviously a little short of real horizontal boards that are working at the moment, but I'll work on that. But I do think I will try and move the Neo Geo one slot into this, because I think it'll be more suited towards it. And we'll try putting this horizontal Game Elf in the complete custom cab, so I can still play those games, especially those shooters. And it might solve this horizontal adjustment issue that I don't seem to be able to get around in this one, but we'll see what the Neo Geo is like in it. bonus blazing star footage. So Neo Geo one slot works fine. Still goes out a long way to the edges, but I adjusted it with the grid on the Neo Geo and it seems pretty good. The credit thing's pretty wacky when you put one credit in and put lots in, but I'll work that out later. So this works quite well, and much better buttons than in that clunky cab. So as you can see, this works quite well, quite comfortable to play. Wonderful cab. So yeah, I think I'll leave the Neo Geo in here. I'll probably end up playing the shoot 'em ups more on here than I would normally. Blazing Star does give you lots of bonuses. That's at least to the boss. Guardian, that also shows, because I'm standing to the side and in front of the cabinet, so the buttons and controls are pretty damn good. Yeah, I reckon Neo Geo will be staying.
Get ready.
So awesome. So that works really well in there. The game elf actually goes okay in there. Reflection. And here's the 17-in-1 back in here. So I now have the most machines working than I have for ages. So it's awesome. And this one I have a capacitor and a rewire of the power supply to do on that one, and that one should potentially come alive. That's a new tube in there. So we're very close, and then I can focus on things like Berserk, of course Hellfire, and Space Invaders hiding underneath there. Alright, I'll sign off.